The promise of this video is simple. I will share one thing that, if done correctly, is guaranteed to make you a great product owner. But before that, I want to share something else that I feel is vital to the role, but I see so many product owners ignoring it. Creating an environment of psychological safety and trust. Listen to me, you can't fulfill your role as a product owner, meet your accountabilities as a product owner if people can't talk to you, are afraid to talk to you, share their concerns, question you, share their struggles, their failures, can be open with you, have a honest conversation with you, are not psychologically safe. They don't trust you. You can't fulfill your product owner accountabilities if you're not working in this kind of environment. That should be your number one focus as a product owner and also as a Scrum team. This is not something that you do alone. The number one focus of a Scrum team should be to build this environment of psychological safety and trust, and the product owner plays an incredible role, a very important role in this. Remember, a Scrum team is cross-functional and self-managed. Supposed to be cross-functional and self-managed. They decide what to build, how to build it, who builds it, and by when to build it. They decide. They self-manage, self-organize themselves, not the product owner deciding for the team. Not the product owner bossing the team around. No, self-managed team, and you're part of this team. You're working together to build a beautifully crafted product, and to do that you need to build psychological safety. People need to trust you like you need to trust others and be safe around others, and this also applies to the team and stakeholders. And maybe even your customers. To know how to build psychological safety, watch this video right here. Now, as per the latest version of the Scrum Guide 2020, the product owner is accountable for maximizing the value of a product resulting from the work of the Scrum team. What does this mean? Well, it sounds simple, but different people, different interpretations of this phrase. Organizations work differently. Product owners work differently. Many organizations, they build a roadmap. Stakeholders, managers, directors. A product manager maybe builds a roadmap. The team is not involved. Maybe the product owner is involved. But the product manager or stakeholders or managers or directors have final say. Then this roadmap is pushed to the team. The product owner starts drafting user stories, filling the backlog, and then the work is pushed to the team, the developers of the team. Many organizations work this way. The product owner doesn't have the final say. Someone is deciding for a product owner. They're missing the key part, the self-management part. There's a reason why the team needs to decide what to build, how to build it, who builds it, and by when to build it. Because the team have the data. They have experience, they have the skills, they are talking to the customers, and you're being a disservice to the team, to the product, to the customers, when you're robbing the product owner from having the final say. The product owner should be managing, handling all their stakeholders, getting feedback constantly from their customers, putting everything together, and it makes sense, at least. I believe it makes sense. But this person, the person having the final say, would be the person with the most information at hand. The person who knows the customer well, who's in a safe and trusting environment. But no, someone else is deciding for the team, building a roadmap for the team that the team needs to abide to. You're failing from the start when you're doing that. So please stop with this anti-pattern. Let the product owner be able to have the freedom to fulfill their accountabilities. Decide and let the team be self-managed. Now, here's the one thing that is guaranteed to make a product owner a great product owner. I don't see many product owners doing that. Remember your accountability, maximizing the value of a product, resulting in the work of a Scrum team. Do you do that? Yeah? How do you do that? How do you know you're doing that? How do you know you're improving? Did you set a baseline? Did you confirm with the team, your stakeholders, and maybe even your customers? What does that mean? Maximizing the value of a product, resulting in the work of a Scrum team. Do you have a clear understanding, everyone in the team, your stakeholders, what this means? It's your number one accountability, right? Everyone should be on the same page about that. That's the first step. The second step would be setting a baseline. We have an agreement of what that means. Now we set a baseline, and then we can start improving on this baseline as a product owner? Do you do that as a product owner? Are you sure on a daily basis that you are meeting this accountability? How do you know? In the last quarter, by how much did you improve in meeting this accountability? Are you continuously growing? Yeah? How do you know? I see some product owners that know this. They measure the time to market, the net promoter score, the return on investment, so many other metrics that you can measure in order to get this value part, to ensure that you are maximizing value and always increasing. Setting targets, that's exactly what you need to do. So start with the definition first, maximizing the value. Ensure that we are on the same page. Then you start setting baselines. What does value mean to you? Customer satisfaction, maybe send them a survey. The time to market, yeah, maybe that's something you can improve. Do you have a baseline? Do you know your current time to market? If not, your first step would be defining this baseline so that you can improve on that. You should be obsessed with that. Every single day, you should be working towards a target. Set baselines, setting targets yearly, quarterly, monthly, and working towards achieving these goals. Obviously, you can't do that alone, so please include the team. Now, for the fun part, the product owner is also accountable for product management, which includes, as per the Scrum Guide 2020, 4 things. Developing and explicitly communicating the product goal. How do you know that? How do you measure that? Developing a product goal, communicating the product goal. How do you know that you've communicated well? Well, first starts with a product goal. At least document it somewhere. Share that with the team. Craft the product goal with the team. Ensure that everyone has access to the product goal and we are reviewing the product goal when needed. Then, quarterly, monthly, weekly, I don't care. Send surveys to the team, ensuring that they understand the product goal and the product goal is driving the team. It's efficient. We are working towards achieving this product goal, and in the sprint reviews, in the sprint planning, in the sprint retrospectives, just observe. Ensure that indeed we are going into this direction, that the product goal is clear for everyone and we are working towards achieving this product goal. Are you doing that as a product owner? If not, why? Number 2, creating and clearly communicating product backlog items. Are you currently doing that? How do you know? How are you measuring that? Creating product backlog items. Do you even have a backlog? Is the backlog clear? Your perception of what clear means. Is it clear for you? Concise for you? Are you communicating this backlog well? That's the first step. Second step, does the team understand? How do you know that the team understands? Maybe during the backlog refinement sessions, do you have questions concerning clarity? Frequently telling you that the user story, they don't understand that. That might be a sign that you need to refine your way of writing user stories. Get feedback and improve on this feedback. That's how you ensure that this accountability is being met. Number 3, ordering product backlog items. This goes back again to your main accountability, maximizing the value every single sprint. Are you working on your priorities? Are you delivering based on your priorities? What are your stakeholders telling you? Are they satisfied with the work, the features that we are working on? The return on investment, is it good? Are customers satisfied? That's how you know that you have a perfectly prioritized backlog and you are maximizing the value resulting from the work of the Scrum team. Number 4, ensuring that the product backlog is transparent, visible, and understood. How do you know that? Transparent, visible, understood. Is it somewhere, located somewhere where everyone has access? Clearly visible to anyone in the team, to stakeholders. How do you ensure that? Well, it first starts with having a product backlog, ensuring that everyone has access to the product backlog. You don't assume, you confirm with everyone. Everyone is telling you, yeah, they understand where the product backlog is and they have access to the product backlog. Second, are you reviewing, frequently reviewing on a daily basis your product backlog? Ensuring the clarity of the user stories, are they well defined and prioritized correctly? Again, that's your perception. Also, ask the team, do they feel that the backlog is being prioritized correctly? Do they feel that the user stories are clear? You can ask them during sprint retrospectives, one-to-one sessions, or even do surveys. But remember, with all these 4 things and your main accountability, ensure that you have first a baseline. Then you set a target and then you build a plan to work towards this target. And that's something that you need to be obsessed with as a product owner. I see many product owners more obsessed about if a developer is working at full capacity compared to meeting their own accountabilities. Which brings me to my next point. If you want more tips, insights on Agile, Scrum, personal growth, click on the video that stands out the most on the screen right now, and I'll see you in a few seconds.